say very, very good college football game. Have a lot of respect for Georgia Tech and the problems that they face and from preparation and all that, but just really proud of our players. And we spoke about all week long about our will to win. And that was kind of the thing, is that, you know, with Team 121, we'd find out our will to win. And we knew that this was going to be a game that you had to show some resolve and some grit, and you had to play complementary football. And in the first half, obviously offensively, I did not think we played to our standard and our expectations. We had way too many negative yardage football plays. We were third and long way too many times, and we had way too many drop passes on the perimeter. And, you know, the second half, obviously Marquez Callaway, what can I say about that individual? He sparked us and made some very, very key plays for us, obviously. And then the resolve and resiliency of the defense, you know, even though we gave up the amount of yards rushing, we still managed to force 2 takeaways, and offensively we didn't turn the football over, which is paramount to winning the football game. But again, I think this football team showed our grit, but we're continuing to evolve. And you know, we talked about 3 games in 13 days. We have to turn around now with the short work week and get into Neyland Saturday afternoon. So we have to get a lot better and make tremendous progress, but just really proud of our players.
All right, thanks, Coach. Raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. All right, we're going to go right here in the second row first, please.
Which is Paul Bain normally a guy who's on that kind of field goal block team, and I guess you could talk about that guy, just, you know, not a guy who gets a lot of accolades or whatever, but he made a huge play.
Well, what can I say about Paul Bain? He's a walk-on, pays his own way for school, has 2 jobs to make ends meet. And, you know, we put him on there, and I tell you what, just coming from the locker room, he got probably the biggest cheer and respect from our players. But I respect him so much for him as a person and what he means to our football program. And obviously he had a big hand in helping us win the football game tonight.
Okay, right here, Dan.
Yeah, Bush, when you look at the first half of last season, you played games like this, you start off with another one. Why is it that you guys attract chaos, I guess?
I don't know. I think you can go the other way. It's all in how you tell the narrative, and maybe our program has great character and grit. And, you know, these kids believe in each other. And, you know, the amount of players that kept walking by me saying, "We got you, Coach. Coach, we got you." So, again, I think it's how you tell the narrative. I think this is a football program that's built on character. It's built on grit. It's built on belief. And we found a way to win when we didn't play our best, but a lot of that is a tribute to Georgia Tech. I think also we play some pretty good opponents on our schedule, so I think it's a combination of all that. But again, we have to get a lot better in a hurry. We have to be able to throw and catch out on the perimeter and catch the football, and we can't have negative yardage plays. And then defensively, we got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down. And again, you know, it's Georgia Tech does a great job. They want to get you in 3rd and 2 and 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 1, and so they can run their normal offense. But again, I just think we have a lot of grit. Probably the downside of that is it's probably put 20 years on me. But again, I'm just proud of all of our players.
Right here in the front.
Any idea on Juwan Jennings' health and how much what Callaway did in the second half did you see in camp?
Marquez has always been one of those individuals that plays with great consistency, always has energy, always uplifting. So again, that doesn't surprise me. We know that he plays the ball very, very well in the air, and he was able to high point the ball a couple of times, and he played strong. You know, we talk about all the time out on the perimeter, whether it's the tight ends or the wideouts, you have to be able to catch the contested passes. You know, contested catches, and if you look, you know, he had guys all around him, and he was able to make the contested catches. In terms of Juwan, we'll know a little bit more when we get back to Knoxville.
Second row on the right, Coach.
Coach, the quarterbacks, did you consider Garantano at any point? And then also, if you could just talk about John Kelly tonight, a guy that obviously you put a lot of faith in.
Yeah, well, we knew our possessions were going to be minimal in this football game, and we needed consistency and we needed continuity, and you know, it's just the ebbs and flows of the game. And you know, when your receiving core is down some guys and all that, you know, the last thing you wanna do is continue to make changes, and, you know, we had some offensive linemen go down, and we had to put some new guys in there, and they did a remarkable job of being ready, and then the guys battling back, and, again, Jared will get his opportunity, but each game is different in and of itself. In terms of John Kelly, what can I say about him? You know, as much as Marquez Callaway sparked us, John Kelly sparked us as well. And he played with passion, he played with energy, he played with a toughness, and again, I played with a great will to win.
Right here.
Coach, can you talk about Rashawn Golden's forced fumble there late to give you guys an opportunity to come back inside? And then also Daniel Batuli with 23 tackles.
Yeah. You know, Rashawn's been doing it all camp. He's had one of the best camps of anyone on our football team. This entire off-season, he's dedicated himself with Coach Gullickson to getting bigger, stronger, faster, watching his nutrition. And that was a key play. That was a pivotal play. And it gets back to complementary football. So it doesn't surprise us. We expect that from him. But there's a lot of hard work that went into him generating that turnover. And I'm sorry, what was your? Daniel Batuli, when you look, he was a warrior. You know, when you look at 20-plus tackles, what can I say about him? And, you know, our defense played, 90-something plays, and you look at that defensive front being cut blocked most of the time. I think that shows some toughness.
All right, we're gonna go 3 more. We're gonna start back here in the back on the left, Coach.
Coach, you gave up over 500 rushing yards, and you're talking about improving your defense. What specifically are you looking at improving before Saturday rolls around?
Well, the good thing is we don't have to play triple option football team. So I think that stems with, first of all, but we won't spend a lot of time on this video, but tackling, you know, being able to, we had way too many missed tackles. You know, a lot of it is they do some different things where the defensive ends have to spill the football with some of the things, and, you know, some of the lead option stuff, we didn't particularly do a very good job. So I think a lot of it went into the scheme as well with that, but, you know, we just talk about getting better. 2 of their touchdowns, you know, were off of big pass plays. You know, one was a 3rd and long. They were able to convert and then obviously score, and then a big pass play down the middle, and those are things, just consistency, you know, playing and play out, that we need to continue to get better, and our players understand that.
All right, 2 more over here on the right side, Coach.
Coach, talk about the play of Nigel Warrior tonight. He seemed to be all over the field.
Yeah, Nigel's one of those individuals like Rashawn Golden, who's had a very, very productive camp for us. And he's very, very active, he's very physical. And again, I thought he did some good things in the back end of tackling and running to the football. And, you know, there's a lot of times when you play Georgia Tech, your backside safety has to be able to run, because he's the one guy that's unblocked in that scheme. And so he's got to be able to make plays for you. And he was able to do that for us tonight.
All right, last question right here on the right side.
Coach, why was Taquan Marshall giving you guys such fits on defense tonight?
I think, first of all, he's very talented, very, very quick, very elusive, and a very, very good football player. And I think schematically they challenged him. They did a great job of some triple option stuff and trap option of getting him out in the perimeter. And he's elusive, he's fast, and he's a good football player. You know, Georgia Tech's a really good football team. And they're going to win their share of football games this year.
All right, thank you, Coach.